So, Revis pins his failure on some disruptive anomaly. Ludicrous. There's only one thing standing in the way of the experiment's success. Some minor defect in one of the ruins' ritual sites, no doubt. I've heard that alien ruins often suffer from disruptive arcane seepage. Erratic Welkin stones crack... Possibly. Well, let's get this farce underway. Maps of Beyond didn't depict this tunnel. Oh, Vex head. Be on your guard. Trolls! Hideous savage beast! Keep that brute away from me! There, in the distance, more alien masonry. Finally, no more mucking around the dirt like some clumsy salt rice farmer. There's a strange aura on the other side of this door. Can you feel it? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you can't. So, Revis... Finally. Now then, these Vala stones are clouded. Some manner of arcane erosion. They must be the source of Revis's trouble. Destroying them in this state could generate an explosive burst of magicka, and draining their power is no small feat. Unless, of course, you happen to be me. Smash away, hero, and let's get out of this place.
Tyrus, the interference. I think it may come from clouded...
Vala stones? Indeed. The help and I already dealt with them. You're welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait. Does anyone else feel that?
Intruders? Get out! Get out!
A spirit. Stand back, both of you. It's time for a true test of the phantasmal sensor.
Get it away from me! Back, you creature! I mean it!
Wait, Tyrus! No! Ah! Oblivion, take me, he's dead! Tyrus is dead! This is a catastrophe! What are we gonna do? I tried to use the phantasmal sensor to quiet that alien spectre, but Tyrus panicked and started to banish it with his own magic. His banishing spell mixed with the sensor's power and whoosh, snuffed out like a candle. I'm doomed! Just vanished. Yeah, sure, just vanished. To the afterlife! This is classic Revis, you know. I'm a pox. I'll just need a moment to think about what I'm going to tell the house about Tyrus and the sensor, wherever it flew off to. The sorcerous impact knocked the sensor right out of my hands. So much the better. Vec knows I'd just end up killing someone else with it.
What is happening to me?
Oh, Tyrus. Even now I can hear him in my mind, haunting me. Ah, I can hear Tyrus's cries like he's right here beside me. I deserve it, don't I? A shameful, ghostly reminder of my failure. You do? Then he either torments us both or it's some spectral echo. A disembodied voice, sheared from his body like chitin from a quama. Perfect. I came to silence ghosts and just made another one. This is all my fault. What's the point? It's not as if we can gather up screams and cobwebs and put him back together again. He was a person, not a teacup. If you want to pursue that voice, feel free. I imagine you'll be safer without me. Tyrus certainly was.
I can't. Help me! Use the sensor!
Tyrus, he's not gone after all. Please forgive me, Sarah. While I was wallowing in self-pity, you were out here trying to clean up my mess. And by the three, Tyrus still lives. Or exists at any rate. What happened when you found him? Along with the clouded Vala stones. Interesting. The sensor might have prompted some kind of animus inversion. The specifics can wait. Whatever happened, he's still aware of his surroundings. He might be able to fix this. We? No. I've done enough damage. I'll come along, offer scholarly advice and such, but you're the only person I trust to see this through. The first step is finding Tyrus. His soul seems bound to the ruin and these stones. The clouded Vala stones are sort of thickening the magical fabric of this place. A soul like Tyrus's would cause ripples. Allow me to make a small modification to the sensor. There. If you use it now, it should illuminate Tyrus's path. I've proven beyond shadow of a doubt that I can't be trusted with that thing. For anyone who is not me, using the sensor is quite simple. Activate it, and a mote of spectral energy should coast toward Tyrus. Just follow the mote. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Best to focus on navigating the ruin. I seriously doubt that Bayon's shown us all its nasty surprises.
light! The clouded light! It calls! I can't any longer!
Tiris, and more clouded Varla stones. By the 3. Were the aliens selling them wholesale? I'll probably regret this, but I'll try to attune the stones. You push them out of position. Maybe that will set him free.
No, not enough!
I know that did not look like a success, but I think I know what's happening. These clouded Varla stones. The aliens wouldn't have carved imperfect stones in this quantity by accident. There's intention here. They're meant to attract spectral energy like moths to a flame. That's why we keep finding Tiris among them. These clouded Varla stones. The aliens wouldn't have carved imperfect stones. These clouded Varla stones. Well, it doesn't just yet, but we're definitely onto something. The sensor can banish the stones, and my attunement spell can stabilize them long enough to dislodge them safely. I mean you, are one step closer to fixing this. These clouded Varla stones. The aliens wouldn't have... Well, it doesn't just yet, but we're definitely onto something. The sensor can banish the stones, and my attunement spell can stabilize them long enough to dislodge them safely. I mean you, are one step closer to fixing this. You? What do you do now? Keep tracking Tiris. I'll try to puzzle out a way to use the sensor and attunement spell to restore Tiris's corporeal form. We have to move quickly, though. If we don't... These clouded Varla stones. The aliens wouldn't have carved imperfect stones in this quantity by... Well, it doesn't just yet, but we're definitely onto something. The sensor can banish the stones, and my attunement spell can stabilize them long enough to dislodge them safely. I mean you, are one step closer to fixing this. You? What do you do now? Keep tracking Tyrus. I'll try... That's because it is bad. Let's pick up the pace, all right? Over there! It's Tyrus!
It's so close!
I think I know what's going on. Tyrus is trying to resist the pull of the clouded Vala stones, but his strength is waning. Luckily, he's running into these smaller stone clusters, sort of like falling out of a tree and hitting all the branches on the way down. I'm wagering there is a greater load of this clouded glass somewhere in the ruin. A stockpile or something that dwarfs these other Vala stones in size, potency, or both. Tyrus should eventually find himself there. I can't imagine it will be pleasant, but with enough of the clouded glass in one place, we might be able to create a large enough resonance to restore Tyrus's corporeal form. You using the phantasmal sensor, and me using the attunement spell. I have to. Without my attunement spell, the sensor could banish Tyrus for good. I can't hide from this forever. I am a mage. Hapless and clumsy, perhaps, but a mage all the same. I owe it to Tyrus, to you, and to myself to try. This plan will work, right? Of course it will work. Just follow that moat. I am. It might be a bit morbid, but all this dashing around and puzzle solving, it's why I love being a wizard. I'd nearly forgotten that with Tyrus and House Telvanni pushing me around. We all have to follow our bliss, right? Mine's in old ruins. Hayam's mercy. Tyrus is fading faster. Quickly, just smash these stones and we'll hope for the best. There. Now, use the sensor. We have to find the central load. No time to do... This is it! Vex's head! It's not a cluster of glass. It's an entire well! All right, let's go over the plan. We were looking for a pile of clouded glass, and instead, we found a limitless font of unstable magicka. Shame we have to destroy it. But let's be honest, I would have found a way to accidentally destroy it before long. Are you ready to save Tyrus? First, we need to replicate the original event. Aim the phantasmal sensor at him and unleash its power. While you're doing that, I'll cast the attunement spell. Weaving the two together should dislodge his animus and restore his corporeal form. Much less confident than you'd like. If it's any consolation, most Magisters aren't certain of a hypothesis until they test it. Our test just happens to have the potential for cataclysmic results. Discharging spells and jangling magic sensors in front of an unstable well could prove explosive. But nothing is certain. Magic is more art than science. At least that's what I tell myself in situations like this. 7 in 10? Give or take. You've faced worse odds before, though. Right? Come on, hero! Let's do some heroing! If it's any consolation, most Magisters aren't... It's working! We did it! Tyrus, are you alright?
Revis! I am alive! Oh, thank you! AM's mercy, I thought I was dead! I never should have cast that. But the ghost was there and I just panicked.
Oh, dear. There, Tyrus. Why don't we head back to camp, all right?
I owe you such an apology. I could see everything you and Revis did. No one has ever looked out for me before. Thank you.
Well, this is unexpected. I thought for sure he tried to strangle me or something. Let's make our way back to the surface.
Right? The well is not. Option on the doors. Really bound into the corner.
I'm writing the Magister straight away, Revis. You'll receive accolades aplenty.
Oh, that's, very generous, Tyrus. Thank you.
I'll be sure to mention your role in my rescue, too. The death of a Terethi is a valuable thing, especially one who will one day become a Magister.
Well, this is unexpected. I'd resolved to spend the rest of my life in exile, but now Tyrus is singing my praises. Do you think he hit his head or something? I guess anyone can have a change of heart when they have a brush with fate like this. Hopefully, Tyrus's testimonial will earn me some latitude with House Telvanni. Not enough to rise in rank, mind you, but enough to keep them off my back for a while. None of this would have been possible without you. Thank you, Sarah. Safe travels, my friend. And if you ever find yourself in Nisus, feel free to drop by. As soon as I can, yes. The censor was always a means to an end. Tyrus's letter should give me the boost I need to continue my real work. Rare eggs, dwarven machines, vegetable conjuring, all the bizarre obsessions that House Telvanni scorned. Ha! No. I'm far too clumsy to evade the Telvanni Council's contempt for long. But we have to treasure the time we have, right? I'm sure I'll make some really worthy discoveries before they start nosing around in my work again.
By the three, this whole business really opened my eyes. I always thought true wizardry happened in the laboratories and libraries of Tel Naga. But magic is messy. It's dangerous. A second's hesitation can mean death. Revis taught me that. How could it not? When faced with even the slightest peril, I panicked. Rather than listening to my teacher, I cast a spell that turned my animus inside out. An experience like that would change anyone. Then there's the matter of my rescue. Any other Telvanni wizard would have left me there without a moment's hesitation. House politics are cruel, but when faced with the prospect of death or professional ruin, Revis saved me anyway. I can guarantee you, I would not have done the same. I will try. Members of House Telvanni are stubborn, but true greatness comes from learning. This was a difficult but necessary lesson. By the three.
Safe travels, my friend. And if you ever find yourself in Nice...
Another outsider. Our village is under attack, outsider. If you can't help, then leave.
Kayak, is this all that's left of us?
Apologies, friend.
Survive much more of this.
It feels odd not to have a place to offer you if you need rest. But then...
Hey there, Ojel. A strange moment to wander into the stone wastes, I have to say. But... Hey there, Ojel. A strange moment to wander into the stone wastes, I have to say. But... Perhaps you have lucky timing. You can see that our village has crashed upon some rough rocks. We won't survive much longer without a strong hand to aid us. A total Zilnek of a warlord called Nazosa moved his people into our ruins nearby. They raid the village for supplies, but we don't have any defenses. In times past, Stone Wastes was protected by the Four Winds, but they went their separate ways. After a big argument, they disbanded. 3 moved to the outskirts of the village, and 1 stayed. She died during a raid by Nazosa's people. We need the Winds to come back together. Can you talk to them? Convince them to return, and I'll pay you. Oh, good, good. Slivers of bright sun might poke through this storm with your help. Let's start with Elosi, the sudden gust. She lives on the outskirts of town in a hut to the northwest. I should join you so that she doesn't kill you on sight. As a guess, I would say they are Lutilio, sharp-eyed people. A petty tribe who revel in preying on other Argonians. They build nothing, but have no problem leeching off others to survive. May their spirits never find dirt. Oh, he is a vicious, cackling hyena. The first time I saw him, I swear, his eyes were as black as a well. Quick with a blade, too. He made the first blow when Satul Sa fell. I will never forget his laugh as she bled. Like I said, a total Zilnek. Of course. Makes sense you would want to know more. The Four Winds have always wandered this region, defending villages from bandits and such. Ever since our ancestors erected the first hut, 4 warriors with unique skills have roamed the marsh. No. When the wind dies, the title passes to another of their choosing. There is a big celebration with drinks and dancing. And little bonding, if you understand. We treasure the 4 Winds. Oh, good. Of course. No. When the wind dies, the title passes to another of their choosing. There is a big celebration with drinks and dancing. And little bonding, if you understand. We treasure the 4 Winds. I do not know why they abandoned us. Well, I already mentioned Elosi, the sudden gust. She glides upon her prey better than the quietest hackwing. Then there is Mirta, the Zephyr Eternal, a practitioner of old Argonian magics. Not very sociable, so do not let him get to you. Otumira, the unrelenting gale. Stronger than an ox and tougher than a Hajmota. Fun at parties, too. A much nimbler dancer than you would expect. Then there was Satul Sa, the steady breath. The only one to stay here and protect us. But no more. As a guess, I would say they are Lutilio. Oh, good. No. Otumira. When those bandits first came to raid our village, she fought them off easily. We thought that was the end of it. But soon they returned, and something had changed. They cut her down like a rotted tree. We have not been free of them since. Well, I used to be the local blacksmith. I do good work, nothing special. but it keeps the village doors from falling off and the tools sharp. Since Nazosa, though, all I can do is patch up the injured after a raid. There is nothing left to smith. Of course I have, Ojel. Do you think I can see the wreckage of my village and not feel a fire in my gut? But I am no warrior. I am a smith. It is good to know who you are, even if it brings limitations.
Nazosa thinks he's won. That he can take everything. But I'll show him. I'll show all of them. I just need a nap. A quick nap.
Satulsa. Is that you? I knew they couldn't kill you. You're too strong, too brave. Please, save us.
Ojel, did you come to pick the remnants clean? Take what isn't nailed down? All the same, all the same.
I'd offer you a bed, but as you can see, I seem to be displaced. I can offer goods for trade, though. And don't mind me.
Oh, good, good. Slivers of bright sun might poke through this. I'll be right by your side. Here's Elosi's hut. She may not be home, but let's check just in case. It doesn't look like she's home. Let's see if we can figure out where she went. Nowhere to be seen. But all her belongings look like she was just here. You know, a less confident Argonian might start to take this personally. Not off the top of my head, but she can't be too far. It looks like she was just preparing a meal here, so... perhaps she went looking for herbs? Let's search around. I think I know. Ah, Elosi, we weren't doing anything.
You bring a stranger into my home, Noozle?
She is here, and I think we angered her. I know I suggested it, but breaking into the home of a great warrior perhaps was not my best idea. Please, go ahead and ask for her help against Nazosa. She has not killed you yet, so that is a good sign.
An outsider entering my home unbidden seeks death. You only live because the annoying blacksmith who joins you is familiar to me. But this pause is a temporary state. Speak then. What is so urgent that you would break into my home? Distressing news. It seems my great fear has come to pass. Where then is Satul Sa? She would never leave the villages undefended. Even once we decided our time was at an end, she insisted on staying. Dead? Satul Sa? She was the smartest and wisest of us all. This is impossible. And yet, since Nuzul brought you, it must be true. The consequences of my selfish choice meant the death of my dear... An outsider. You shall have... My daggers represented a life I thought I left behind. If you are serious about my help, find them, bring them back, and I will become the sudden gust once more. Seems like a nice place, does it not? Far away from the noise and activity of the village. No one to bother me unless the blacksmith comes knocking. I just wanted some place in the mud where I can hear the frog song at night. So here I am. You asked to hear a long tale, one that I do not wish to tell, and may not have the right to tell. Be satisfied with this. A tree is not merely its trunk or branches or roots. It is also its seed. And so a tree without seeds is nothing at all. Indeed, so it does. I may have failed it, but I cannot change the past. I can, however, change its future. With my weapons, I can fight this Nezosa and defend the stone wastes once more.
Ilosi can act a little shy sometimes. She does not like much attention in her direction. Usually, she sticks to the shadows. Ilosi... And we're off. Don't worry about me. I can keep up. These rooms look uninviting. Let's be careful.
God damn it, I had to find him. Probably found it.
Well, a cache of daggers in the ruins. They must be Elosi's.
So, you have skills. Even if you did let me sneak up on you. Let's speak. Your test is complete. And with barely a scale out of place. Impressive. Do you like my blades? The hilt is Kaguti bone, and Mirta himself enchanted them. Back when I could tolerate the withered toad. Of course I will. I was always going to. But I needed to see if you could fight by my side. Also, I wanted to finish my meal. I will meet you in the village center, unless you need something more from me. I see. You wish to bring us all back together. Well, a promise was made, and I will keep it. Go southeast to find the dingy hovel where Mirta resides. Look beneath the dirt and rock, and you'll find him. Just don't tell him I sent you. I should have suspected your ultimate goal when I saw you traveling with Muzo. His reverence for the legend of the winds is unmatched. We were indeed powerful together, so I understand the appeal. I promise to work with the others, if they agree.
Mirta is a master of arcane arts. I have never met him, but I have heard that he can be kind of a brute to deal with. You did an excellent job with Elosi, though. No doubt you will convince him as well. heard that Myrta retreated to a cavern for solitude and study. Let's look near there and see if we can find any clues. Heard that Myrta retreated to a cavern for solitude and study. Let's look near there and see if we can find any clues.
These ruins, like nothing I've seen. Perhaps more in the ruins.
Care to bargain? Yes?
There is Myrta. I don't think he has seen us yet. I guess you should interrupt him. Not the best introduction, it seems. Remember, he can be prickly, so be patient. The village needs him.
Do these runes have the same derivation? Maybe if I replace... Wait. What? Who are you? Why are you interrupting me? Leave here immediately! Oh, you brought that dusty blacksmith from the village? You must need something. That sounds like a whole bunch of not my business. Can't you see I am busy with my studies here? I don't have time to involve myself in the toils of others. Satu Sa brought this on herself. Had she any sense of reason, she'd be alive. Was I not clear? Have Nixads stolen my tongue? I said, be gone! Whatever their troubles are, I'm sure it looks much worse to you than it really is. My work, however, could change history. Go! Ka! You're seeking help from that drunken lout? You'd be better off on your own than with him. But if it gets you out of my scales, you can find him on the southwest edge of the forest near the cliffside. I trust you'll be disappointed.
So far, only half successful. Let's go find Otumi Ra's hut.
I'll be surprised if you get anything from Otumi Ra aside from the stench of spirits. Now go. I gave you what you want, and I have things to do that are actually important.
That did not... That did... That did not go nearly as well as I hoped it would. Myrta clearly has his own agenda at the moment. We should find Otumi Ra, though. If we only have the 2 winds, it is still better than none. follow right along behind you. This is his hut. I'll go ahead and see if I can find him.
Don't eat the plate, too. Just one more. Those frogs dancing. No knives. Have you shouted? Satulsa. No mud puddles for you, sir. Ah, Kayak.
No response. I suppose Myrtau was right. This is the worst I have ever seen Otumira get. Maybe this is what happens when the life of the party no longer has something to celebrate. Let us see. Wait. I have an idea on how to snap him out of it. A briar that grows out this way might help. The seed is inedible and it smells awful, especially to Argonians. If we get a couple of those, the smell will overwhelm him and wake him up. If anything is going to work, that will. I seem to remember a field of waking seeds grows to the east of here. Gather a handful, then come back. I will keep an eye on this hero of legends in the meantime. I should warn you, some creatures are attracted to the smell. Keep your scales moist. Did you find the seeds? Did you find the seeds? They are small and the plants glow slightly. You can find them to the east. Just follow your nose. Did you find the seeds? They are small and the plants glow slightly. You can find them to the east. Just follow your nose. There's, no change here. Archaeoc! I can already smell them on you. I do not even need to ask. Put them right up to Otumira's nose. Let him get a big old whiff. Hopefully that snaps him right out. Archaeoc! I can already smell them on you. I do not even need to ask. Put them right up to Otumira's nose. Let him get a big old whiff. Hopefully that snaps him right out. Well, the only plan I have next is gathering more seeds and shoving them right up his snout. He does not have a choice. Our village needs his help.
That is awful! Oh, what? Who are you?
Great. He is awake. Now, please, convince him to join our cause. Someone with his strength would be invaluable.
Oh, what horrific stench of dead mules and fried dung have you thrust upon me? All I wish is a gentle slumber under the open skies and upon the mud. Does not a retired fighter for peace deserve such rest? Speak, brigand! Oh, what horrific stench of dead mules and fried dung have you thrust upon me? All I wish is a gentle slumber under the open skies and upon the mud. Does not a retired fighter for peace deserve such rest? Speak, brigand! No, my greatest friend, and I hoped one day my mate, if she would ever agree. Dead? How can I bear such enormous tragedy as this? Lay the facts onto the stone, stranger. Who has earned my unyielding, roiling anger? A battle against murderers and thieves. These are the types of trials I live for, or at least I used to. I imagine you and the blacksmith wish to join my struggle for freedom and revenge. Join me. I must celebrate, my friend, and test your mettle. Join me inside. We will see what you're made of.
It is the calm after the storm. We must pick up the pieces and continue, despite all the things we lost.
I thought Otumira's hut would be a little more lively. I don't see why he brought you in here. Let us find out what he plans for us.
Can I help you?
All right, my newest friend. By joining me, you choose to engage in the challenge of my choice. Only through completing this test of your endurance and stamina shall I know your worth as a warrior. Do you believe yourself prepared? Oh, yes. I can sense that raging fire in your stout heart. I suspect you have slain many a foe in your travels. But if we are to go into battle together, I must put a fire in your belly as well. And so, we're going to do a drinking contest. What else? Show me that you hold the same strong will that makes for the greatest of warriors. Oh, chum, we shall see if you can withstand the greatest of Argonian ales and wines. Plus, this should help numb the rodents gnawing in my head. The drinks are in front of me. You may choose what we drink. Be warned, mixing Argonian spirits can fell the stoutest outsider. If you do not believe yourself up to the task, you may leave now. I will call you many rude names as you flee, though. Now choose a drink and get started.
All right, I'll give this a try. For the village, right? I don't feel so good.
I can keep this up until the void overtakes us all. Ah, good start. But let's see how you do with even more. Bitter, isn't it? I make that myself.
My stomach
Whatever I find around
burns.
Ha! Oh, I thought you'd fall to the ground like good noozle after that one. One more! The final one, and still you stand. A will made of true iron you must have. Come, let's speak. Impressive. Such strength, such power, such a stomach. I did not know they made outsiders who could stand against the might of Argonian ale. Would you like to continue? Not as part of the test, just for a wonderful time. Of course! I was always going to. This test was just to see if I would allow you to join me, or cut you down for waking me up. But you passed. Let us link arms and bring the fight to those who slew my dear Satulsa. 2 of the 3? Let me guess. Mirta refused. Do not be fooled. He has a good soul, but his mood is as legendary as my strength. Here, take my banner and place it on the cliff above my hut. He won't be able to stand knowing I'm going into a fight that he isn't, so don't worry. He'll be there. Have no fear for the blacksmith. Some waking seeds shall fix him up.
Ah, you arrive. And you managed to rouse Otumira. An impressive act, especially for an outsider such as yourself. I feel grateful for your efforts in bringing us back together. Now, however, we shall see how you fare in a fight. Of course I am. How silly to even ask. The winds of Stone Wastes have stood up to much worse than a flimsy army and a paper mud crab such as this warlord Nezosa. This will be no trouble. That is true. Perhaps you are right that I should not underestimate the danger that might be present behind those walls. But by the same token, he should not have killed one of our own. If he sought to frighten the winds, he failed.
Still standing, chum? Legs aren't wobbling from fear or drink? No, I don't suppose I need worry about that for someone with your epic fortitude. Voss, do you see? The villagers join us. Our arrival gives them hope. This is your work. Ho ho, more than enough. These people feel a deep fire in their bellies, but someone needed to fan it until the flames shoot out their mouths. We have done this very thing. And with the addition of 3 winds of Stone Wastes, we are unbeatable. You're right, he isn't here with us, but make no mistake. I spent many turns of the season at his side. He's brash and filled with bees, but you'll find few with stronger character. He'll be here, if he isn't lurking around already.
It is good to see you. At least I think that is you. I could be having ale visions again. Anyway, you have done it. The winds have reunited, ready for battle. Because you convinced them. Well, 2 of them, at least. Well, as Otumira carried me back to the village, we started discussing you, and how strong, courageous, and wise you are. And attractive, too. Did I mention that?
Thing?
We hoped you might join their assault on the ruins. Help drive out Nazosa and his dry-scaled thugs? There needs to be a fourth wind. That's what the legend tells us. If you join them with this, they cannot fail. Plus, I will pay you more. Lead the charge when you are ready, outsider. The winds will be at your back.
Once again, I fight by your side, Otumira. My scales have itched for this moment.
Let your blades sing their horrible song, Elosi. I delight in the tune.
We are under attack! Those dark villagers...
My friend! Up here! I have need of you!
Hold the line, you cowards!
Oh, I can feel the power surging in me once again. Such a battle! Do you think you can help me with this thing? In my youth, I could topple 3 such pillars with a swift kick. But all things age, even me. Why does anyone want to push anything over? To smash stuff, of course. You outsiders ask such ridiculous questions. I want the catapults below in splinters. So yes, I can push this most of the way. I just need your extra shove to finish the task. Oh, I was hatched ready, you hilarious Deek Biko. Here we go! A crushing like none other! Now hurry, seek out Nazosa.
Outsider, over here, quickly. Look, up above us. Look, up above us. Prisoners from the village kept for sick entertainment. How many... Look. Look, up above us. Prisoners from the village kept for sick entertainment. How many of them are thought dead, never to return home? I can release them, but I'll need your help. You see those pulleys up there? They control the cell doors. I can cut them, but someone needs to open the grate in front of them. Under the southwest tree, you'll find a crank. Turning it will open the grate. Then, I can free them. Don't worry. This I can manage. Just open the grate for me so I can work. Once you turn the crank, I can reach the other, and the cell should unlock.
Free! I never thought to see the day. Thank you.
Continue the fight. Remove these pests from our home.
Finally, you show. Boss, I have need of you. Perhaps you are surprised to see me here ahead of you? Mirta has many secret abilities that baffle the unlearned. But you reached this far on your own, so I am impressed. I would ask your assistance in my attempts to clean out our guests. Oh, please. You knew I would show the moment you placed that banner. Did you really think I'd let Otumi-Ra revel in all the glory by himself? Rubbish. He knows that he's useless without me here. I think I know how Nazosa killed Satul-Sa. Do you see these weapons? Some mammal liquor enchanted them. With these, a handful of limp fins could fell the strongest of warriors. This is how they killed Satul-Sa, and mean to kill the other winds. We destroy them, of course, but I need the binding word for the enchantment. I refuse to leave these weapons alone, so you need to retrieve it. There's a library of sorts just to the east. Search through the books in there, and you should find it. These beasts, passing as Argonians, stumbled into some powerful magic here. And of course, their only thought is thievery. Gah! Go. Find the binding word. Bring it here so we can undo the only clever thing these creatures have managed. Look for a scroll that was recently manhandled by brutes.
Can cut through anything.
I should have come down here more often when I lived in the village. These tomes are out of date, certainly, but an interesting history. Well, I suppose we're in a battle and shouldn't delay. Ah, astute. There is hope for you yet. I'll make sure these weapons trouble us no more. Now we can land the final blow, and the warlord won't have a counter. Remove his symbol of authority. Walk into his chambers and pull down his banners. That way, his troops will know he is broken. If they don't outright turn on themselves, they'll likely steal what they can and flee. Hired hands are fickle. Now then, let me see what I can do with these. Destroy that banner, and the pretend warlord's followers will scatter like plague rats. I would see to it myself, but some of these books are fascinating. They will go well in my research library.
Think you can fight back? Time to collect our due!
fallen! Scatter! Everyone for themselves! Grab what you can!
Sing for the winds.
Sun, bless the winds. They freed us.
With the winds at our side, I knew there was nothing we could not achieve. And my thanks to you, friend. I hear that you did much to help our humble village.
The fear is gone. Nazosa is out, and those we lost can rest now. I hope his defeat spreads like leaves in the...
I offer my upright claws in gratitude for your assistance in freeing the villagers. No creature should remain imprisoned like that, away from their kin. Stone Waste stands free due to your efforts. Keep your motives hidden. Soak in the praise. The future, I know of no such thing. Today. The future, I know of no such thing. Today, I will help the village rebuild. I quite like the hidden life out in the woods, but perhaps it was not the life I was meant to live. The shadows are an absence, where the light brings life.
There you are! Do you hear the cheers raining upon us like rain? But warm rain that moistens the scales and makes such soft muds. They call out for the winds, but that includes you, my friendly killing wanderer. Do not forget what you did. Come on now. I suspect the knowledge of what I plan lurks within your strange but impressive belly. I will drink! We all will! For many, many nights. Then, perhaps, I will finally choose a student. Feats of strength. Or perhaps I will test their knowledge of the most offensive words in Gel. No warrior can ignite their sinew without shouting something horrible. Until then, I know the village is safe. This satisfies me.
Ah, it's you. I see you made it through relatively unscathed, and you managed to follow my instructions. Twice. I saw the banner burn. Quite the accomplishment for someone who consistently puts themselves on death's threshold. Such an upstart bog dog. You know nothing of the journey of Mirta. Yes, I did face death on a frequent basis, but you have seen my power. Nothing can stand tall before me. Also, I had companionship back then. We fought for peace. It was good. Without delay, I will return to my studies. Now that I know the library within the ruins holds treasures, I expect to spend many days there. However, perhaps I should renew my bonds with the other winds and train someone new. The peace must be kept.
I will write a song about this day and celebrate the winds who came to our aid once more. And you, stranger, who took the time to help our small village.
I had lost hope before you came. Then the winds returned. Like the sun rising to warm my scales, I could feel promise again. Blessings to you and your eggs. I'm so tired, but we're free. I plan to wallow in the mud and then bake in the sun. A delightful celebration.
Here you stand, the stranger who drifted through the mud to save us. And to think, I assumed you were a crow come to pick our bones. We can live in peace once again, and the legend of the winds will continue. Who can ever guess the wind's direction? But I choose to believe so. We reminded them of their strength when they worked together. I suppose you came for the promised reward. From my claws to my tail, I say this in earnest. You deserve this. I do not think we will have much trouble rebuilding. Plenty of supplies in the marsh. And of course, we have the best blacksmith who ever wallowed to craft our tools. My spine feels electric from all this hope. Not quite used to it. After we rebuild the village and I know we are truly safe, I may start selling my wares in other towns. Go north to Dryskin lands. I want to be like the winds, traveling around, taking in the sights, living a better life.
I had lost hope before you came.
I offer my upright claws in gratitude.
Were this a different day, I'd erect the spine of hospitality.
Can it be? They're gone, and the winds have returned. Praise the...
I can hear cheers for the winds. They succeeded.
I am sorry that I doubted you, Ojel. I heard you aided our village and...
I still can't believe that Satulsa is gone.
I should be more trusting of outsiders, but after the bandit attacks, trust was hard to find. Thank you for your help. It will not be forgotten. Care to check my wares? Every coin goes to support stone wastes. I pick up my wares in Gideon and sell them before returning home to Stonewaste. Care to look?
merchant recently visited, seeking unusual items to purchase. I offered her some water. She looked confused. I told her the water here is unusual to those who live elsewhere. I don't think she took me seriously after that.
First.
The claw that spills the job bile must be the one to sop it, Dry Skin. Heed the words and tend to this matter.
Riddles? Really? Not helpful, priest. Not helpful at all. A familiar face, thank the stars. I seem to remember you providing assistance the last time Stibbins made a mess of things. Or was it the time before? No matter. You're here now, and I am more than willing to compensate you for your time. Ah, the kind my manservant Stibbins excels at, I assure you. I was studying the local Zanmir, and once again assumed that Stibbins would prove to be at least somewhat helpful. Instead, the clumsy oaf managed to break an ancient Argonian relic. The kind that comes with a terrible curse, and has the locals all in a tither. Niswo Somars is very cross with me. She insists I return to the Zanmir and set things right. And Stibbins isn't any help, not in his current state. Will you assist me? Removing curses is never an easy endeavor. And with Stibbins in his current state, well, you should see for yourself. The priest graciously provided a hut where I could store the results of my manservant's latest debacle. We can start there. As an adventurer and treasure hunter, ancient structures such as this are my bread and butter. These Argonian pyramids exist as historical curiosities, a glimpse into a long-ago age. All reports indicated that this location was safe and intact. Most assuredly. Safe means few dangers to deal with, and intact, well, intact ancient structures often contain the most remarkable treasures. It was the perfect site to explore, before my manservant went and bungled the basket, as it were. What exactly are you implying, The fact that we share a certain degree of familiarity doesn't give you cause to be rude. Still, I see your point. Let's just say that where Stibbins is concerned, every day includes a modicum of trouble. I hardly have the words to do it justice. The hut isn't far away. Meet me there, and you can see for yourself what a terrible mess my manservant has made of things this time.
You and the long-haired Dryskin must set things right. I do not know how, for we have no interest in the place of stone. You and the long hair must figure this out. Go quickly, and know that, succeed or fail, Sithis will have us all in time.
May I be of service? Hello there.